Jason had just graduated from university. He was smart, hardworking, and full of dreams. But unlike many of his friends, he had no family to support him. He grew up in an orphanage, and now he had to find his own way in the world. After searching for a long time, he finally got a job as a clerk at Harper & Company, a small company that sold high-quality office furniture. The salary was not much, but it was enough for Jason to rent a tiny apartment. He was careful with his money and always saved for the future. Jason was a dedicated worker. He arrived early, stayed late, and always gave his best. His hard work paid off. Over time, he got promoted to an executive position with a better salary. Mr. Harper, the owner, noticed his dedication and liked him a lot. Mr. Harper's daughter, Lily, had recently completed her business studies and joined the family enterprise as a management trainee. At 21, she was eager to learn the business and often worked alongside Jason. What began as formal interactions soon deepened into a genuine friendship driven by shared ambitions, mutual respect, and a love for literature. As they spent more time together, their bond gradually blossomed into love. But Lily's parents had different plans for her. They were from a rich and powerful family in Chicago, and they wanted her to marry someone from a wealthy background. When they found out about Lily and Jason's love, they were furious. Jason was fired immediately. Mr. Harper also made sure Jason couldn't find another good job in Chicago by refusing to give him any recommendation. At the same time, Lily's parents tried to force her to marry Steve, the son of another wealthy businessman. Lily was heartbroken. She loved Jason deeply and couldn't imagine a life without him. She knew she had to make a decision quickly. By this time, Jason was in a tough situation. He had saved some money, but it would only last for about 6 months. He searched for jobs everywhere, but no company was willing to hire him. One Saturday morning, Lily called Jason to meet at their favorite restaurant. She looked serious, but determined.
Jason, I can't live without you. My parents can't control my life anymore. I own my own media company now, and I have my investments. I want to be with you, no matter what. I've already rented an apartment for us. Let's get married.
Jason was speechless. He couldn't believe Lily was ready to leave behind all her comforts just for him. He loved her too much to refuse. Without wasting time, they arranged a small wedding ceremony with their closest friends. They signed the marriage papers and started their new life together. When Mr. Harper learned of his daughter Lily's decision to marry Jason, he was furious. He had always envisioned her marrying someone from a wealthy, influential family, certainly not an orphan with no status or connections. Determined to take control of the situation, he immediately called an emergency meeting with the company's lawyers. His plan was ruthless. He wanted to strip Lily of all her assets and remove her from any position of power in the company. However, the law was not on his side. Since Lily was over 21, her assets and business holdings were legally hers. No matter how much Harper tried, he could not take away what belonged to her. This realization only fueled his anger further. Despite the challenges, Jason and Lily remained strong. They worked tirelessly to grow their company, putting in long hours and overcoming obstacles. Slowly but surely, their business started to see success. Customers appreciated their dedication, and their reputation in the industry began to rise. Harper, watching from the sidelines, became even more frustrated. Since he had failed to sabotage Lily's business, he decided to shift his focus to Jason. If he could find something, anything, that would ruin Jason's reputation, he could finally separate them. For this, he hired a private investigator, John Mitchell, a highly experienced lawyer known for uncovering secrets. Harper instructed John to dig into Jason's past, hoping to find a criminal record or anything scandalous that could be used against him. John accepted the job and devised a strategy to get closer to Jason without arousing suspicion. He started visiting the company under the pretense of being a potential client, engaging Jason in casual conversations to learn more about him. However, something unexpected happened. The more John spoke with Jason, the the more he saw the kind of man he truly was: honest, hard-working, and full of integrity. Jason was nothing like the scheming businessman John had encountered in his career. He was sincere, respectful, and carried himself with a quiet dignity that was rare. John found himself in a moral dilemma. He had taken this job expecting to uncover a dark past, but instead, he found himself admiring Jason. The deeper he dug, the more he realized there was nothing suspicious about Jason at all. In fact, he couldn't understand how an orphan with no guidance or family support had developed such remarkable character. Eventually, John made his decision. He met with Mr. Harper and told him the truth. There was nothing he could find on Jason. "He's a good man," John said firmly. "There's no dirt on him, and I won't be part of this anymore." With that, he withdrew from the investigation. But something about Jason's past still intrigued John. There was something unusual about him. His mannerisms, his intelligence, his natural leadership. It felt like Jason was meant for something greater. And so, John made a silent promise to himself. Though he was no longer working for Mr. Harper, he was now personally invested in finding out the truth about Jason's origins. Who were his parents? Why was he left in an orphanage? Was there a hidden past waiting to be uncovered? What John would soon discover would change Jason's life forever. What startling discovery has John made that could transform Jason's life? Find out in our next episode, Unveiling the Past. Welcome to Wonder Creations, where inspiration meets mystery. Dive into captivating real-life inspirational stories, unravel mind-bending mysteries, and experience spine-chilling ghostly encounters. Every story is crafted to ignite curiosity, evoke emotions, and keep you on the edge of your seat. Subscribe now and explore the extraordinary.